I almost said something bad. Sorry.
It's okay. They don't come here.
Gosh.
They don't come here for your beauty. If you wore makeup, it would be too distracting. What am I?
Um.
Oh. uh,
Okay, one more try.
so I did have something for the voting already, but that's okay because I like the infographics that Pokemon Go have.
Yeah,
So I don't mind
and
having them all.
you can replace whatever you want. It's fine.
Nope. We're just gonna. I'm putting it all in the order I want. I wonder if that shows up on stream whenever I get a system announcement. I don't know which. So these headphones actually have two separate inputs that I can set up on it, and so I don't know.
That art came out really good for It's a Strong Maybe.
Oh, you like that?
I do. You know what? That font is
I
actually solid. If
I
you want to
switched it
send
to a
me,
different font.
yeah, if you want to send me that, either way, you can send me your font and I'll put it into my system for when I have to do art, or I can
Uh,
send you the original font. I kind of like the one you found a little better, actually. It's a little more
all
friendly.
right, let's see. Open. I need to figure out what the name of it is real quick.
Now do your stuff. We'll do that later.
I've been multitasking all week. I can't stop now. It's called Bajas 93.
I could probably find. Was it a Google font?
I don't know. It's not a custom one. It's one that the program I have uses because the program I use is free and doesn't allow you to import your own fonts. That's what it's called.
I
I
will
put it in chat.
see.
Close that chat. It's a strong maybe.
Okay.
All right, is that everything now? All right. Nope, I'm missing one. Which one am I missing? Oh, I know which one I'm missing.
Oh, I need to get stuff ready. I got the recording ready.
Hey, we're live.
Sorry. Uh,
And we have two people, at least two people here.
how do you get locked out when you say reset my password and you click on the link to reset your password? How do you get a page that says you're locked out?
Because you're special like that.
Apparently, I literally hit reset my password. WordPress. Oh, now I'm locked out of the whole. I'm gonna have to contact somebody. I'm not happy with that.
Somebody better be careful. They about to die.
No, it's Nolan. He'll fix it for me. And I can't kill WordPress. It's a software. So otherwise, you'd be
Not with
right.
that attitude, you can't. Hi, Mr. Tambourine, LEP, and Athena-san. Or should I say, konnichiwa.
Should you say konnichiwa?
Athena-san. That's a Japanese. I mean, it's Greek. It's a Greek-Japanese mashup.
Or it's Athens and it's Greek.
No, it's not. It's Athena-san.
And I'm going with Athens and. Like, she's Anne from Athens, Greece.
Athena's Anne.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are lucky besties. I've been trying.
We're
I've been
not
trying to
lucky,
collect luckies, even though I can't trade with them. So,
yeah. What are you gonna do? You can't do anything.
all right. So if I spontaneously have to run away from the stream for a minute, I had Taco Bell tonight.
That's not allowed tonight. Because I told you already, I'm at 60 at my best, so I'm really at like 50 or 40%. You're not allowed to leave this evening. I've already basically called out of the second show.
Okay, well I've got 9 minutes.
Well, you can run now.
So I'm
but
gonna.
you got 8 minutes 15 seconds because you'll have time to put your headphones on.
I'm gonna
Get
run
ready.
upstairs and preemptively take some Pepto just in case.
If we say the bathroom's right there, why are you going upstairs?
I'm running away from you.
Now I won't be able to hear you. But I can say all I want to your headphones. Yeah, I didn't hear that. Ah. I guess I should pull up Twitch, shouldn't I? Shouldn't I? I should. And then contact my duder to open up my website because that's what that is. As a few longtime stream followers of this show have seen, when tech goes wrong for shut up. When tech goes wrong for me, the fun words come out. So I'm trying to be good, but I am very unhappy with how that's working right now. How's it feel to have me in your ear while you're doing very personal things? And 3, 2, 1, push! Oh my god. Oh, that's wrong. That's so wrong.
Yeah, it is, jerk.
You have your headphones. You could have taken them off and left them right there on the desk, moron.
Alrighty. Yeah, so what you should start using instead of the fun words is the fun size words. Shoot, dang, oh my heck.
Oh my heck. That's not equivalent to anything.
Yeah. We got 5 minutes. We're 5 minutes ahead of time. And here I thought I was running late.
No,
Although I should probably pull up X Mirage. We can have a epileptic seizure moment. Hopefully no one's actually epileptic. What color do I want
you gonna
today?
need the lights.
Yeah. Let's go with that. Hi, Rocketty. Man, a lot of fun names. And Squishy Twitchy. A lot of names I recognize. I like it.
Nice. All of them are real people so far. No
It's
bots.
true.
Very cool. Oh, is Nicole over on Klotz's stream and this stream? Is that why she's multitasking?
What a jerk. Klotz. Just kidding. Oh, Travis. He's a character. Actually, pretty much everyone on the Giant Size Team Up Network is a character.
Travis is not on the network anymore.
Oh. Well, everyone who has ever been on the network
that's fair.
is a character.
And Nicole. I can imagine a dozen different reasons why you made that statement.
All right, there we go. Pulling up the game. Hey, there's a Gloom right here.
All right.
He's so sad sitting in the rain. Are you ready to
I'm
get
so
going
sad.
even though we're a few minutes early?
I'm so sad that I've got locked out of my own freaking network. page.
Did you need me to do something? I can log into it. Probably.
No, I needed to fix a few things on it that I was just, instead of spending 15 minutes getting locked out and then texting the guy to fix it for me, I was going to uh excuse me.
um,
Uh,
real quick,
somebody
Squishy
says
Twitchy.
loading sound alerts browser source is on your screen.
I use what?
There's on your screen where your phone is, there's a tiny little black words that says loading sound alerts browser source.
On my
Now you
screen?
can really see it when the white background pops up.
On the stream?
Yeah. So something must not be going right. Well, sound alerts has never worked right on the stream anyway. I mean, when you took over.
No, that's you because you have your mouse hovering over stuff on the stream.
No, my mouse. No. My mouse.
Yes, we use OBS Studio, Squishy Twitchy. We use X Matters to mirror to my PC. It's a lot easier to mirror if you're mirroring to a Mac though from an iPhone.
And hey, Vegeta, we haven't quite got started with the recording for the podcast, but we will absolutely answer that question in our experiences of the week this week. It is a great question. It is something we're going to hit, but I'd like it to be on the podcast. Currently I've been using the Streamlabs OBS. Now, Joe, do you hear any kind of buzzing coming from me?
No.
So I'm not sure if it's a wire. I don't think it's a wire because everything else, Zoom works perfectly. All this other stuff works perfectly. But when I stream, like on Monday, I unplugged the cable and I plugged it back in, and the buzz went away for a while. But then last night, it was buzzing. So I don't know if it's my Streamlabs. Maybe I need to update it. Maybe I need to uninstall and reinstall it. Something is making my stream buzz when I stream from this computer. So I'm trying to narrow this down. I do it every night. Computer. I do it every night when I'm doing my shows. I shut the computer all the way down, Athena. So you're not wrong. And Joe's actually doing the broadcast. So he's only getting me through Zoom. And Zoom's never getting the buzz.
The last time I got a buzz from you was when you were using Banana.
I'm like, wait, what?
Voice meter.
I realized. Voice meter. I got you. No, that was bad. So I'm narrowing it down to is absolutely Streamlabs OBS because I use the Streamlabs version. I'm gonna take some effort Saturday, maybe tomorrow. Don't know what time I have to maybe set up OBS with the same layouts for my shows, which takes more work than Streamlabs, and see if that does it. I don't think it's a cable because Zoom would get the buzz if it was a cable. So I figured it out. And is it that time? It's almost that.
Weird. It's showing that again, the loading sound from source.
I told you it wasn't just me.
But
I don't know what would generate that message. I've never seen that before.
It's OBS generating it because it's not actually on my screen.
Interesting. We should disable the soundboard until Joe fixes it, basically. And it has something to do with he can hear it in his headphones, but whatever. I don't know. But enough of that talk.
Weird. And look, actually, if I get rid of that, why is... Oh, I know what that is. Goodbye.
There you go.
Bloop. Gone. That is the friggin' bloop. Haha. It's the sound clips that you put on here. I don't know why they
sound alert. Yeah.
It just said I can't load it.
Which is weird because I can literally make the sound alert thing pop out and click it.
What else?
It's just weird.
Somebody just played it. I don't know if it came through on the stream, but somebody just played it.
It's not. Well, you know what? Nope, it's not playing on the stream. Anyway, are you ready, sir?
Always. I was born ready.
Welcome to Pokemon GO Podcast, where we talk about all the fun stuff in the week, and professionals show up even when they're sick, so that happens. But I had Rug on podcasting. 40% shows up tonight, and I'm doing the best I can. But the 100%er, The one I'm the one you catch all the time. The one you really want is the 100% Joe Art.
You're 40% here and 60% bluster.
I resent that. I think.
Resent or represent?
You know what, Joe? I'm out. Oh, let's talk about some experiences of the week.
Did you have any experiences this week?
I did. I'm pulling up my photo library. But first,
All
I
right.
kind of spoiled it because I thought I might by asking the question. I actually had the time. I don't remember where I was,
The time of your
but
life?
I can't even with you tonight, man. I don't have the extra 10% to get me to 50 to put
Whereas
up
I
with.
had Mountain Dew tonight. It's a great time.
Oh no! But I was somewhere where I was sitting right next to Pokestop, and it wasn't at my Sunday gig, but it was. I don't remember what. It was somewhere I don't normally go. I can't remember where it was right now. My brain's fried. But the boss kept popping up. The female. I can't remember her name. And
Oh,
I went
I'm
in
blanking
once.
on it.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I went in once and I got slaughtered. And it was because I caught it. Well, it's this little. It was a little Pokemon. I thought I was going to remember this a whole lot better than I am, but I didn't expect to get sick because I got sick from the time
Why don't you
that I
pull
did
up?
this to now.
You're
So I
talking about
can't-
Sierra, right?
Sierra, yeah. Sierra Mist.
Sneasel.
No.
That's who you get from Sierra is Sneasel.
Doesn't seem like a sneasel in my brain.
Okay.
I will look it up in a minute. But basically, it was a small Pokemon, and then it was Onyx. No, it was all types. I can't think.
Are you sure it was the girl?
Stantler. No, it was Stantler. It was Stantler,
Okay.
and then it was Onyx, and then it was I don't remember, something else. And I could barely get past Onyx, and then I get slaughtered in the third round. But I took the generic team it offered me, and
That's where you messed up.
yeah. Well, no, I'd like to do that just to test out, just to see, because a lot of times I don't have even time to mess with it. But this time I did. So I changed my team up a little bit, went back in, did a little better, almost got past. No, it was. I knew the last one was Onyx, and it was Tyranitar. So Stantler, Onyx, Tyranitar, and I sat there and I Googled Stantler counters, and it gave me some ideas. And then I went in and Googled Onyx counters, and then I Googled Aardvartar counters, and basically it was all punching types, dude. I passed one of my not adventure quests, but the special ones, and because I powered up, I went in, I powered up my Machop that had the moves it suggested.
And
quick
you're sure
counters.
you were fighting one of the bosses?
Because it took away my radar, and I went, "Why is my radar gone?" And you said you fought a boss. No, just fighting the boss.
No, you have to beat the boss.
Yeah, you have to beat the boss. So it took it away. So I knew that. I knew because I fought a bunch of bosses and lost. Maybe it was Cliff. I don't know. I've seen a couple of them. Thank you, LP. It might have been Cliff, but it was Stantler, Onyx, Tyranitar, and so I maxed out my Machop. I had a really cool Hariyama, and I maxed him out. And I can't remember who my third was that I took in there, but I maxed them out. And they had basically the powers that were suggested, and changed up the order. Oh, Kingler. Kingler's one of the ones they suggested. And so I went in, and I had to try it a few different times, right? I had like 4 different options I could take to do all these counters. And ultimately, I swapped it up where my champ was in the middle. I did it by accident. I didn't mean to swap my Pokemon because my champ was first. Oh, screw you in that Lucky Relicanth. I love it, man. But
wow, spoiler alert.
This is my experience of the week. You show that in a minute. And now I've messed up my thing. So anyway, I beat it. I beat the boss, and I'm like, cool. Give me the Stantler that Rex face. And I did not get a Stantler that Rex face. So unhappy-ish there.
The funny
But
part about you
where?
saying you beat up Cliff is that's the one we
Oh
superimposed your
man,
face onto.
that's true because he does kind of look like me a little bit. All right, let me find something's wrong with my stuff
Okay,
album.
while you're having issues,
I
since
am
you've
having
already
issues.
spoiled part of my experience of the
You
week.
did it. You put it on the screen.
No, it was all your fault. I did get a lucky relicanth from a trade this week, so that is pretty awesome.
Oh come on, man.
So within this last month, I've found someone to trade me a relicanth and a chatot, so that is very nice. Um, at the tail end of the stream, but I don't think it was on the podcast. I caught a shiny Eevee, so that was pretty awesome last week.
That's
And
nice.
then the Sunday community days are currently happening right when I'm at church. So
Yeah.
I was at church. I dropped a lure on the stop that we have at my church,
Yep. Same here.
and I popped an incense, and I was able to get enough enough candies to evolve two Epoleons, and one of those was a shiny. I ended up getting two shinies.
Okay. So that is part of it. I thought I had something else, but I did the same thing. My things on Sunday mornings, and I'm sitting right next to a stop. I lured it up. I ended up getting enough regular Piplups that I did involve the Empoleon to get, which is my first Empoleon, and to get the move on him. Then I mean, I'm not getting a shiny. I'm not getting a shiny at all. I'm getting disappointed because the shinies aren't coming. And right as we finish up our stuff, because I know you have to move, but like you, Joe, I'm kind of locked into place. So the only movement I get is a little bit of drift. But I was getting Piplups, just not shinies. But the second I started moving around and across where the area was and going out to the parking lot, I got a couple of shinies. I think I kept them all. Trying to change this to, you know what, I can just do shiny, can I?
Yeah, you can just type shiny. That's true.
I'm not. I wasn't sure. So yeah, I got three shinies, which I've already evolved, or four shinies. I've evolved one up the Prinplup, and I'm obviously I'm not going to the power, but I am going to evolve up to the Empoleon shiny, and it won't quite leave me enough to get a. Because I kind of like to have the set right, the first evolution, the second evolution, and if there's a third, the third evolution if it's a shiny. But I did get the Community Day move, and now I have also the shiny as well. So
There you go.
that was pretty awesome. And then God, I could have sworn there was another thing. I leveled up with my buddy Shield on, and I got this. Okay, so you do. I don't play with him a lot, right? But I feed him candy, so he'll walk out and hang out with me. And then you play with him, which is basically on Shield on. You just pet his head, and he gets happy. And I always take a picture right after that, and I'll delete the picture. Well, Snoopy showed up. I knew his name when he
Snoopy,
showed up. Yeah,
Smeargle.
Smeargle showed up. So I got Smeargle bombed. Then I went to catch him, and at the right moment, he just swatted it. And I didn't know he had evolved. I didn't get the message our friendship had evolved. So he swats it, and all of a sudden, Shieldon comes out and goes, "Not today," whatever your name is. And yeah,
Smeargle.
got it. It's so much fun to watch that. So I got another Smeargle. I got a buddy who helps me out and brings me presents, and that's cool because he brings me like peanut berries. And yeah, I'm looking. So there's a Smeargle. Then I beat that boss, which was a lot of fun figuring that. I mean, I had to look it up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna memorize this stuff. But I thought I had another new. Maybe that was it. Maybe Empoleon was the only new one, and that's why I didn't take the picture because I knew I talked about the. Oh no, no, I do have it. I don't know what on the pictures, but where I was. God, I wish I could remember where I was when all this happened because this happened the same time as fighting the boss. There was a shadow, and whoever I was with was like, "Give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back." And check that out, Joe.
There you go. You got
I
yourself
got
a
me a
throw.
throw. I got myself a throw. Myself. What am I saying? I got myself a throw, governor. Um, and then I saw another fish-shaped Pokemon shadow, and I went and picked them up. And I love
Oh, you
trash.
got yourself some trash.
I did. I got me a trubbish. So I knew there was something else. I don't know where my
Why
pictures
haven't you
went
made him your
for it.
buddy yet?
'Cause I'm this close to getting Shield on to evolve with the candies. So I'm not
Oh,
gonna stop
really?
walking him to do that. Um,
You do like
that
to
that's
force
the only
people
thing.
to walk and walk and walk.
You know what? If they'd walk faster, they could keep up with me while I was driving. It's Niantic's fault that they have to walk so much. So
Or you could
yeah,
just pick a flying Pokemon.
some actually had shush, but it still wouldn't count. They speed lock it, Joe. Don't even
I
play.
still want you to put Magikarp as your buddy and just watch you drag him around.
I do. I did that. I did that. That was the
I
first
know,
thing I did
but
when they
now you
released
can
buddies.
actually see it.
Now I can see him just blah 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 down the street. Uh, so yeah, man. Oh, and I got another. I think this is another one. What's the date on this? The 5th. So I may not have reported it last week, but Apom.
That
Is that
the
my
fifth
second?
was like 2 weeks ago,
I
two
know,
and
but
a
I don't
half
think I
weeks ago.
reported it. But I got a second Apom shiny. So now I have a shiny Apom and a shiny Ambipom as well.
There you go.
So I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right on the shinies. It's been a good 2 weeks for me, man. And I'm at the point that I can claim the box, but since I know it's Lapras, I ain't gonna do it. I'm waiting until February rolls over. What was the rest of your experience, sir? Oh, I like
I
what you
already
did
said
there
it.
with the phone. That's awesome.
Yeah, pulled up
So
the
you didn't have, I know.
experiences of
I
the
thought
week.
maybe I cut you off. You didn't have any more with
Nah.
that? Okay.
No, but I've pulled up the experiences of the week here on my phone so that those that are here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Pokemon GO Podcast, can follow along and see the experiences of the week that
And
are
how
coming to
else
us.
would they be able to see that if they're not live?
Well, you could become a patron,
There you
patreon.com/Pokemon
go.
GO Podcast, and that gets you access to our Discord. So this one here from Popeye, he hatched an Axew. So pretty nice there. The new dragon that's
cool.
available. Yeah.
I was at the Dragon Con meeting. You just triggered me when you said dragon. I was
Oh,
at the Dragon Con meeting talking with our friend Garrett, right? And Leo. And I like, and it was before the meeting. I'm like, hey, there's a throw shadow like in the other lobby. I'm gonna go get it. And they went, okay. I was like, I'm surprised they didn't come with me. So that's where I got Dragon Con. Oh, look at you. You gotta go. Oh, not
not
you,
I. I
Popeye.
wish it was me.
But it's not
Popeye,
just a goalet.
it's not just a goalet. It is a 100% goalet.
Nice.
Yeah. And then he got a 0% shiny Piplup.
Oh, I forgot to check for zeros. I'll do that in a
I
minute.
don't usually check for zeros because they don't have a convenient way to check for zeros like they do hundreds. Hundreds,
Don't you just flip? Yeah, but
you
with
put-
zeros, you just gotta find them and flip through them.
So you can type in 0 star, but that doesn't mean that there's 0% IVs. They're just the lowest tier. So the
Well,
zeros
no, I mean it's a
will be in there.
it's a quotey fingers hard way, but basically you pull up your first Pokemon in the set, like Piplup, on your screen. Pull up the review, and then while it's on the review screen, you can actually flip side to side, and it'll just quickly show
you
you.
can you can do that. And if you type 0 star in, then you'll have all of the lower tier ones anyway to flip through.
I gotcha.
Terry Wolf got himself a Panseer. Panseer is a regional, so that's pretty awesome there. LEP, who is currently with us here in chat, got a 100% Empoleon during this last community day.
Nice.
Terry traded for what became a lucky 100% Empoleon. Actually, apparently ended up with 2. Don't know if the second one's traded or not because it's not lucky, but he's got 200% Empoleons. Popeye with his eggs. His egg game this last week has been awesome. Got a Tortuga, cute little turtle guy. The little blue turtle.
Nice.
So pretty awesome
man.
there. Fabian also got himself a Tortuga. Terry got an Axew. Fabian got a 98% Lapras. Oh, and Barry. Barry checked in. So Barry, our world traveler.
Yeah, he's in Japan right now.
Yeah. Yep.
Or at least he was for a lot of this.
Yeah. During Community Day, he was in Shibuya in Tokyo, near Tokyo or in Tokyo. So he's got a bunch of red-eye basculins. He's got a bunch of socks, which is the counterpart to the throw you got.
Which
Pans.
I do believe he told us that he would be bringing those to
He
Uni and
did.
Ibit.
He did. Well, we'll see if Ibit shows up, but yeah. And then he's got pan sages as well, which is the green little monkey guy. So we have the blue ones here.
That's right.
Yep. So there's that trio. And then he said he also got a shiny Heatran. So, and he goes on to list that. So he's got 4 socks. He nabbed 100% Empoleon while in Japan. He doesn't say how many red striped Basculin he's got, but he did show off one. And he's got 5 Pansages that he's sitting on. So, yeah, pretty awesome. A lot of awesome experiences this week. So, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, we've got a ton of events that they've announced that are here on the horizon or already started. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And Nicole in chat says that she's got a bunch of socks to trade. So next time we see Nicole, we can also snag some from her.
And again, Nicole, you just tell us what you need. Well, you can, I won't speak for Joe, but I'm sure Joe would agree. You tell us what you need, and I'll put your name on it. And you got it.
She already has everything that you've got, though.
That's not true. Last year, I saved her Pokemon because, like, and she's very quiet about it. She didn't want to post. And I appreciate that because I was super busy during Dragon Con.
Was it Pachirisu?
Like, it might have been. I don't remember. But she's like, hey, did you want to do a special trade? I'm like, sure. And I obviously was Dragon Con brain, which is worse than sick brain because it's like, whatever you say, I'm down. And she's like, yeah, you were supposed to have blah, blah, blah. And I searched it, and it came out as Nicole. Like, oh, yeah, I guess I did save you something. Here you go.
Yeah, I think I traded her everything that I was going to trade her. Yeah, I don't have anything marked as Nicole. Oh, it's a Heracross, she said.
I saved her a Heracross.
Which did you get that from the first Go Fest?
No, I got it from going down to Disney.
Okay.
The year you went to Go Fest, I went to Disney with the kids, and I got it down there. I got a bunch of them, saved a bunch of them, and nobody cared. Other than Nicole, she cared, and I saved her one, but nobody else around here cared. So I was like, okay, fine.
Go Fest is better than Disney.
Yeah, run that by your kids. See how that flies. Squishy, twitchy, cares. Hey, nah, cool. You know what, Squishy? While Joe moves on, let's jump on to the news here.
There is a bunch of news.
Actually, I probably should rest my voice. So, Joe, you go ahead and knock this first one out, and I'm going to look up and see if I have another Heracross. Squishy.
All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about, especially because it starts tomorrow, is the Lunar New Year event. So tomorrow is January 24th. So for the people who are tuning in on the podcast, it's the past for them. But January 24th until February 3rd is when this event is going to happen. Red Pokemon will be featured. They specifically call out Charmeleon, Vulpix, Parasect, Voltorb, Jinx, Magmar, Magikarp, Flareon, Slugma, Wurmple, Corphish, and Kricketot. Oh, and Fungus. None of which I'm crazy excited for. But apparently shiny red Gyarados might be popping up in the wild. You know what would be fantastic? If they used this as an opportunity to make it so that Pokemon on the world map, if they're shiny, show up shiny for you on the world map. That would be fantastic. Probably won't happen, but that would be fantastic. Now, here's another thing to look out for. Darumaka, which this will be his first appearance, will be popping up in 7K eggs. And several other red Pokemon will be popping up in 7K eggs as well. So Darumaka, do you know what Darumaka looks like? Because I know we've talked about him. Because you're going to remember...
I reach my book. It's too far away. But no, I don't.
Okay. So Darumaka, he's the Zen Pokemon. And if I remember correctly, his is the Pokedex that talks about, yeah, uh, a small random trivia here. His white Pokedex entry says Darumaka's droppings are hot, so people used to put them in their clothes to keep themselves warm.
I think you could have brought that up before. It sounds
Yeah,
familiar.
we brought it up, I think, around Halloween when we were talking about creepy Pokemon facts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So people use his poo to stay warm. Um, but yeah, yeah, Rock Eddie. So this starts tomorrow on the 24th, and again it lasts till the February the 3rd. In addition to the things we've already talked about, there will be some bonuses during the event. So gifts have a chance to give you rare candies, which is pretty awesome. It doesn't. I don't see anything in here about the amount of gifts you can open increasing, which I'm kind of sad about. But you know, it happens. We get what we get. And then the likelihood of becoming lucky friends is increased, and the likelihood of getting a lucky Pokemon from a trade also is increasing. And Minccino is going to be popping up in limited research. So it's going to be a special research event in which Minccino will be available. And Minccino can evolve using a Unova stone into Cinccino. So he's a cute little guy, Minccino. I like Minccino better than Cinccino, but you know, it's what it is. And Minccino, so he'll be available in the special research, but also in 5K eggs as well. So I don't like that they're making us compete in two separate egg categories here. So,
Yeah.
and especially because they are incentivizing opening up gifts, which means you're going to get more 7K eggs. So I don't like that they're incentivizing both 7K eggs and 5K eggs in the same event. But, you know, that's what it is. And then Minccino, during the limited research, you can also find the shiny version or in the eggs. So that is available as well. And in addition to, oh, this is a second portion. Sorry, this is just the Minccino limited research is just on Sunday, February 2nd, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time.
Wow, that is a very precise window.
Yeah, and they've done this before, where they
Yeah.
do special research events.
Well, at least they're not charging us $8 this time.
Yeah, but they did this with Clam Pearl, and I can't remember who else they've done this a couple of different times. But yeah, so during that window is when the Minccino limited field research tasks are going to pop up. They're going to have specific rat-themed Pokemon. So Rattata, Raticate, Pikachu, Sandshrew. Some of these are a bit of a stretch to be rat, but, you know, they do what they got to do. Nidoran, male and female, Sentret, Marill, Zigzagoon, Plusle, Minun, Bidoof, and Patrat. And it's actually during that event that the 5K eggs have Minccino in them. So basically, between now and then, you want to clear out your eggs so you can collect a whole bunch of 5K eggs during that 3-hour window.
Yeah. And that means you have to walk them off because you can't trash them.
Yep. And so we've just talked about everything in the event. We've also got a infographic here from GoHub detailing the event, and I love that they stuck Wurmple on top of Fungus. That's fun.
Yeah.
And then Shuckle is one of the Pokemon that's going to be appearing in 7K eggs. The ironic part about that, this is supposed to be a red-themed event. If you get his shiny, it's blue.
Blue, yeah.
So,
but his main form is red, so I guess that's what works.
Yeah.
Real quick, what does that mean? It's got 3 stars and it's pink and all. Is
That's
that a
perfect.
Hundy?
That's a Hundy.
Ah, I finally got me a Hundy. It's
Is
a
that your
Alolan
first Hundy?
Sandslash. Yep.
So if you just type in 4 asterisks, it'll show you all of your Hundies.
That's how I found it. I started with 5
Okay.
because I couldn't remember. I thought it might be 4, but yeah, I did, and that's my only. But and I'm so close to 0, dude. I'm so close to 0. I have a Hariyama, not Hariyama. What's the original form of him?
Of
Is Haku?
Hariyama?
Is it Hariyama the original and Hakutina? Man, I'm brain, man. Anyway, I've got one that's got like
Makuhita is who you're thinking.
Makuhita. I've got a 0 defense, 0 bottom stat. I'm sorry, whatever, and like 1 tiny bar of attack.
Have you been distracted this whole time trying to see if you have any zeros?
Not distracted. I heard what you said about Minccino being the. I just read it. I actually had it open. I was reading it too. He's the God. He's a little chinchilla. That's it. The chinchilla Pokemon. Now I was listening. It's 5K eggs, but then they're gonna want us to do 7K. Yeah, I was listening. Okay. I was also looking for zero IV Pokemon.
So we also have here a look at what Minccino and Cinccino look like as shinies. Again, not my favorite shiny, but
at least you can tell a difference.
That's
actually
true.
I like the evolved form. I'm more favorable to the darker tans and browns than the other colors. But honestly, well, at least in this artist representation, it's a nice pink and a nice brown.
Yeah, it's all right.
You favor the blues and the actual greens, not the puke greens, right?
That's very true.
Yeah.
As I'm wearing a green shirt and have a bluish purple background. So that is this event that's coming up. But speaking of events, Pokemon Go, aka Niantic, has announced 4 events, specifically Safari Zone events that are coming to. Well, 3 of them are Safari Zone events, and the other one.
Okay, sorry, going back to the other one.
Oh.
Because on this infographic, it's not saying a higher encounter of magikarp shinies. It's saying encounter shiny Gyarados in the wild.
Yes, but there will be more magikarp spawning. So
it's not necessarily you'll see a big dragon on your thing, right?
No, not necessarily. Unless they change it, you're not going to see a red Gyarados on your screen until you click on him.
That'd be really cool, right? Well, not red, but just a Gyarados. I've never seen a Gyarados in the wild. I've had to
evolve them. 2, I think, that I've caught in the wild. 1 or 2.
Nifty. All right, so we're going on to these live events.
Yes. So they've announced 4 live events, 3 of which are considered Safari Zone, and apparently we don't. So here's what it says. In 2019, they hosted the events in Brazil, Singapore, and Canada. And so they had 3 different continents, and they were very proud about that. Here in 2020, they've got 4 live events announced. 3 are considered Safari Zones. The other one is called the Taiwan Lantern Festival. And so the Taiwan Lantern Festival in Taichung City, Taiwan, is happening in February. So you don't have much time to plan for it if you're planning on that. So that's February 6th to February 9th. And we have an infographic to go with this that comes to us from
the Go Hub.
Yeah, Pokemon Go Hub.
And I'll throw that in the room for you.
Too late. And so the Taiwan event is non-ticketed. It's free. It's featured regional is Illumis, which we have here in the U.S. So to us that's big whoop. To them, hey, it's a new regional, and then it's also going to feature the L unknown, probably L for lantern, I would assume. Or they just chose randomly, but it's going to feature the L unknown. And then let's see, what else does it say? It does specifically say enjoy the lovely sounds of Chime Echo. It's going to feature electric type Pokemon, calls out Mareep and Electrike specifically. Volbeat will be appearing alongside a Loomis. And yeah, so that is... Oh, catch the L unknown to celebrate the light-themed event is what it says.
But I mean, you were close. Lantern is. I mean, it's a lantern festival. It's like a festival of lights, obviously. So yeah, you're close.
Yep. The next event is in St. Louis, Missouri, and that's
Misery.
happening in March.
St. Louis is a beautiful city. I've been through there once. I really enjoyed it.
Coley. I've driven past it, but that's about it.
It's not that far from you, is it?
St.
Couple
Louis?
hours? Yeah.
I don't know. It's a couple hours more than it is for you, or less than it is for you, rather.
Yes.
But anyway, so that's March 27th through 29th. It's going to be taking place in Tower Grove Park. It is a ticketed event. And those tickets are going on sale tomorrow, January 24th.
Yeah.
So hopefully our podcast listeners already know, because by the time this goes live, those tickets will be sold out most likely.
Yeah. $12 for regular and $18 for early access.
Yeah, unless they're doing the lottery thing again for it, but
it does specifically say.
It doesn't. I wouldn't count on that. And then the special Pokemon that are popping up here are Mankey, Unknown S, Teddiursa, Snivy, and Ferroseed.
I got a quick thing. I just pulled up in the events for this specific thing you're talking about. And of course, it says registration is not open yet. I was looking to see if it's lottery or anything. It says underneath registration is not open yet. Redeem a promo code. So somehow, some way, people can get into this for free or for a greater. I would say free, because why would you discount $12?
Unless when you buy it, you get a promo code to redeem here.
That makes sense.
I don't know, but yeah, it does say redeem a promo code. But the regional that's going to be featured there is Chatot. So yeah, Chatot's a pretty nice regional to have.
Yeah.
But yeah, go out there and grab it. And then the next event is in Liverpool, UK. And this event, well, all the rest of the events are ticketed. The only free one is the Taiwan Lantern Festival. In Liverpool, they are going to have Relicanth as the featured regional Pokemon, with the V unknown appearing. And they are going to have water. It's a maritime themed, so water type Pokemon. Krabby, Dratini, Chinchou, and Oshawott are the specific ones it is calling out.
Yeah.
And yeah, this will be ticketed. It'll be, they specifically say, does the other one specifically say first come, first served? Yeah, actually, it does. So this is definitely not a lottery system. First come, first serve for all of these. And the UK one is 18 pounds, or 12 pounds for general access, 18 pounds for early access. So, comparable.
So, good.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's comparable, which is going to set off Nicole and some of our European listeners. We were talking about the beginner's box when you're off and sick that last time.
How much the pound
box,
is versus...
It was like 99 cents here, or $1.99 or something. And I think it's 99 cents. But where Nicole is, and then Kilted Pipe Guy, I think was the other one, and presumably it's in Scotland, but I don't know for sure. I can't remember. It was a lot more money. It was like $2.99 where Nicole was. And so this being pretty much the equivalent of the US dollars.
12 pounds is $15.74 in US. And 18 pounds is $23.61 US. So it is more expensive there at the current exchange rates.
All right, so on my side, I cannot hear. You muted, and it would not let me unmute.
Okay, let me re-say, because I think the stream caught it, but the
podcast I didn't catch it.
So 12 pounds is $15.74 US, and 18 pounds is $23.61 US.
Yeah, but when Nicole and Kelter were talking about it, it was the other way. It's like for here it's 99 cents.
No, it's more expensive for them, is what I'm saying, than it is for
No,
our events.
ish, but no, they're pounds. So it wasn't 99.99 pounds. It was in euros. It wasn't 0.99 euros. It was like 2.99 euro, 2.99 euros, which is even more expensive than 99 cents. It was a big deal. So I'm just saying. But I want to shout out. I know Barry loves to go to these things, and I know he's a feral guy and he's a bodyguard, and he doesn't like to be alone. So Barry, I'll get us the safari tickets if you'll take care of the plane and the hotel, man. I'm down. I'm there for you. I think that's even. That's a fair swap, right, Joe? It's fair. So just looking out for your well being, Barry. That's all. Just looking out for you.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't even have a passport, so and I've
and
already
then
got a relicanth, So
yeah, you do. And now the only one that I'm actually looking at right now, because I was telling Joe, I've got a really busy con schedule this year. I got a partner, and we are building a con business, and we've got a lot of stuff to do that we're invested in right now. So I'm not sure time wise I'm going to be able to do many of these, but if I do, I'm trying to shoot for this next one.
yeah, so this next one, which a lot of the details other than the dates have not been announced, but the next one is going to be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Friday, May 8th to Sunday, May 10th. And again, first come, first served, and it's $12 and $18 for these tickets as well. But we don't know who the regional is going to be. We don't know what the unknown is going to be. I'm assuming that it's going to be comparable to these other events. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that we don't know a whole lot other than that. They don't even announce the park it's going to be in or anything like that. Ironically, if everything pans out, I'm actually going to be in Philadelphia a month before that.
Yeah.
So
Um, man, it's so it would have me. It might be doable because my first con is March 20th to 22nd, so it'd be a weekend in between the two. I don't know. I mean, it's as you know, Joe. You know, we went to Chicago. It's investment of time and energy and some finances.
just hang out with the
Um,
botched guys. It'll be great.
yeah, that is a possibility, but I still got to get there, and I don't trust them to feed me. They'll
And
feed me alcohol, but they probably won't feed me food. So,
and for those who
um,
don't know, Botched is another podcast on the Giant Size Team Up Network.
yeah,
they are not safe for work.
no,
They are the most not safe for work
they're
podcast
not
on the
safe for
network.
humanity.
Yeah, they're not safe for life.
No,
uh, but yeah, they are a Dungeons and Dragons themed podcast. I say that loosely because they are self-proclaimed loose understanding of the rules. But anyway, that is the Safari Zone in Philadelphia, May 8th through the 10th. So
yeah.
events,
And there will be
events,
more dates. I mean,
events.
they have said, Niantic has said there will be more dates announced. These are just the first.
You know, what impact does all of these real world events have on the economy?
If I had to guess, I'd say in the neighborhood of $250 million in tourism revenue, possibly.
That's such a good guess.
Just a random
You
number,
know,
though.
coming to us from TheVerge.com, this past year, uh, the Pokemon Go events. This is just Pokemon Go events. This isn't talking about their other events because they did do events with Ingress and Harry Potter Wizards Unite. But the Pokemon Go live events drove nearly $250 million in tourism revenue this past year. And they say nearly because it was actually closer to 247 million. So
That's a lot of just from people wanting to come play the game around the world, you know?
that is a lot. Here in chat, we've got Brian V asking if we can trade. Trading is restricted to being within the same like 30 feet of each other. So no,
Yeah,
we
you have to
cannot
be
trade.
eyeball to eyeball.
And I know you're new to the stream, but as you can see, my character isn't actually moving because I am not
Yeah,
GPS
it's not
spoofing.
spoofing.
So my character cannot randomly show up at your house, even if you gave me your coordinates, which please don't. Um, so
Chicago Fest last year drove an estimated 120 million in tourism alone, which we helped with that.
we sure did.
We ate some good pizza. Oh, I didn't get you to. I didn't get you to do the Italian sausage because we were out of time. But man, that was
Oh
good.
no, it is good. I've had it.
Did you have?
I had
Okay.
it the year before.
Oh, that's right. You had it. We were both going to try to do it because we got we were so late getting into town. We just didn't have time.
It's like a Philly cheesesteak with a different flavor profile.
Oh my god, so good.
Yeah, yeah. The hot Italian beef melt or whatever it's called.
Yeah, hot Italian. Hot, yeah, what you said.
Good stuff. Yeah, Chicago, good food. um, but yeah, Go Fest was a lot of fun. I'm hoping to go again this year. Assuming my wife isn't completely crazy because she lost.
No, we'll just cut and paste and email that to her. It's fine.
Yeah, with 3 kids now, the crazy happens. Um, but yeah, so yeah, they're driving a lot of revenue, which makes sense because these events are widely popular. Even if you don't have tickets to the event, there's still a ton of increased traffic to these events because a lot of people book the hotels and then don't get a ticket to the event. So they just take a vacation in Chicago, I guess. But
I guess
yeah,
so.
a lot of fun. A lot
All right.
of
Well,
fun.
before you take off, we need to fund some of our own tourism. So if everybody listen to the podcast, we'll sit tight as we take a break. We'll be right back after. What was the ABC song? We'll be after these messages. We'll be right back. And we're back. I have to leave enough space in the recording so I can find it. What's next, Joe?
So the next thing, they're mixing things up for Community Day here in February, and they're mixing things up not only for how they're presenting it, but they're also messing with some of the Texas and Mexican players that were planning a huge PvP tournament in McAllen, Texas. They had to change the date of their community or their tournament because Community Day was announced just yesterday on January 22nd. They announced the date for Community Day. But that aside, what they're doing with this Community Day is they're actually having people vote. And so the voting day is February 1st. Yeah, just February 1st. So that is 12 a.m. to midnight local time. You can go and vote. The votes will be counted via the total number of research tasks completed globally within the allotted time. Interesting.
And I threw in a second link that's talking about the same thing, but it's an infographic so you can actually see. If you scroll down, the 4 Vulpix, Machop, Rhyhorn, and Dratini, and right next to it, Vulpix is Weather Ball, which would be Fire for Ninetales or Ice for Alolan Ninetales.
Mm-hmm.
Machop's possible powers Payback, which is Dark.
Yeah, which is weird.
Which would be on Machamp.
Yeah,
I don't know. Rhyhorns would be Rock Wrecker, which is Rock type
which
for
is
Rhyperior.
actually quite good and my personal favorite.
I like the name, so it was my personal favorite just in the name. And then Dratini is super. Okay, I like this one too. Superpower.
Well, it's
which
weird
is fighting.
that Superpower, which is a fighting move, is on Dragonite and not on Machamp.
They're just shifting things up, but it also makes Machamp strong against things that are weak to darkness, as opposed to just having fighting moves.
Yeah. Well, I guess the superpower could be. What's nice about superpower being on Dragonite, I suppose, is because fighting type moves are super effective against ice type Pokemon. So for PvP, you could do some mind games with people who are trying to counter your Dragonite, only to be countered. So if they're using an ice type Pokemon, you can be like, "Bam, superpower to the face," and then and then because it's a charged move, you could still have Dragon Claw as your other move as well. And Rock Eddie points out superpower would be good against Tyranitar as well, since rock types are super effective against against Dragonite since he's flying as well. So yeah, superpower. Okay, it makes sense when you think about the PvP matchups.
which
So
we don't. So I mean,
and
not that
Machamp
we. Yeah.
actually Machamp with Dark type move would help him counter Psychic type Pokemon. So okay, these are some off type counter moves for PvP. It looks like. So, well, those two are. So, yep.
It makes sense.
Which Nathan Epp just stated in chat as well. So yeah. So but the voting, man, this is so. I don't quite understand this voting, to be honest, because it says votes will be counted via the total number of field research tasks completed globally within the allotted time. So voting day field research. I need to read this whole thing. I've only skimmed it and looked at the infographic, but yeah, every Pokestop that day will have a voting related research task. If the Pokestop you spin does not have a task for the Pokemon you want to vote for, please spin a different Pokestop. Okay, so if you want to vote for a specific Pokemon, you have to complete specific tasks.
Okay, so I think is if you get the task for the Pokemon you don't want, you throw that one away and go to a different Pokestop and spin. Okay.
So, and it actually, the research task will be titled Vote for Machop, Catch 20 Pokemon. Vote for Rhyhorn, Catch 20 Pokemon. They're all Catch 20 Pokemon. So the research task will actually be vote for said Pokemon. So yeah, if you want to vote for it, you ditch the research tasks for the Pokemon you don't want to vote for. Okay, now it's making a bit more sense. And what you get from catching the 20 Pokemon is 200 Stardust. That's the research task reward. So yeah, an all-day event, February 1st. So that's next Saturday. All right, let's do this. I don't know which one I want now. Now that I've thought about the PvP, like originally I was all Rhyhorn, Rhyperior all the way, Rock Wrecker. He becomes basically the best or pretty close to the best rock type attacker in the game with Rhyhorn. So yeah, but we do have actually a bit of an analysis specifically for Rhyperior. I grabbed this again thinking that Rhyperior would be the landslide choice. And so I didn't grab anything specifically for Dratini or Machop. Vulpix is just okay. I could see people wanting specifically the shiny Vulpix or shiny Alolan Vulpix, but yeah, it's all right. And but the Rhyperior hypothetical matchups, if he gets Rock Wrecker, puts him as the second highest DPS rock type Pokemon in the game, just behind Rampardos. But he has much higher defensive stats than Rampardos. So his DPS over time is way higher, like ridiculously higher. So yeah, Rhyperior with Rock Wrecker would be pretty awesome. And even after thinking about it, I think I would still go with Rhyperior, to be honest.
I am. That's my pick.
So, because he even beats out Tyranitar by a fair bit. So, even though he's actually lower max CP than Tyranitar. But yep.
I just like how it looks. I like the name. I'm shallow. I mean, I just like the name of it. I'm good.
You just want to wreck some rocks or wreck people with your rocks?
That was even worse, Joe. Don't do that, man. It hurts.
You do what you got to do.
Yeah. So, well.
Which one would you go for? See, we've already had a Dratini Community Day. Granted, that Community Day move isn't all that great at this point. And we've had a bunch of events with Machop. So I don't know.
I don't think we've had a Rhydon event, have we?
We've had events where Rhyhorn had increased spawns, but his shiny has not been available up
It
until this
hasn't been
point.
the specific community day because he would have had a shiny, right? That's where
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of
no,
these, yeah.
yeah. I mean, we haven't technically had a Machop Community Day, and we haven't had. Well, the only one that's actually had an official Community Day is Dratini.
Nathan Epps says Rhyperior has a good shiny, and Rhyhorn is easier to find in the wild than Cranidos.
Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, I think I don't even know if I have enough candy to evolve my Cranidos. Um,
He also says the moves on a
oh
champion.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I
So keep.
could. I could evolve my Cranidos. But yeah, I completely agree with Nathan that the candy, the availability, Rhyperior all the way. I'm sticking with it. Let's go.
All right. You committed. It's now canon.
um, but along with that, we're actually getting some updates to attacks, and this is just kind of a general announcement of the changes that are coming. So the combat system, charged attacks, and switching will now be queued and activated at the end of the current fast attack and won't be overridden by any following fast attacks. So there's been bugs in trainer battles where you could actually cancel out um, some attacks by doing some switching and doing um, some different techniques. So it sounds like they're fixing that or at least mitigating that. Um, there's let's see, Megahorn is now going to deal more damage. Volt Switch, it's an electric type fast attack, and it's going to generate your charge move more quickly. Flying Press is officially being announced as coming with they. That was one of the episodes I missed, where you guys talked about Flying Press. What's weird about Flying Press is it's primarily a Hawlucha attack. I think there's one other Pokemon that can learn it. I think it's the Luchador Pikachu. Um, so yeah, we'll have to see how this goes. Um, I kind of want this to be a Cinco de Mayo Lucha Pikachu.
That would be fun, actually. Yeah.
They're adding moves to Pokemon that previously couldn't learn them. So they've added Grass Knot to Plusle and Minun, which is an interesting choice. Apparently, it's to help them deal with ground type Pokemon in Great League specifically. Lantern is getting Spark because Lantern, although an electric type Pokemon, did not have an electric type attack that was comparable in power to its water type moves. So Spark is going to help there. And it's specifically their goal is to help Lantern counter Azumarill and to hit Altera with neutral damage. Nicole in chat, and I'm deviating a little bit here, but Nicole in chat says we need a shiny day where chances are doubled for all shinies currently available. I would be down for that.
This is why I like Nicole.
Yep.
That's what I appreciate about you.
She's part of the brain trust. But back to the moves that Pokemon can get that they previously couldn't. Ampharos is getting Thunder Punch.
You didn't say it right.
Thundercats. Ho!
No.
Oh, I don't know.
AC/DC. Thunder Punch.
Okay. Masquerin is getting Bubble Beam. Vespiquen is getting Fury Cutter and Air Slash. And then old moves are coming back again. So Raichu can get Thunder Shock again. Magneton can get Thunder Shock and Discharge. Venomoth can get Poison Fang. Haunter and Hypno can both get Shadow Ball. So these are moves that have been gone apparently since 2016. So from their move pools.
It doesn't have a date, so it has the. I mean, unless you, here you can't get it from here, but if you know outside of here, has this update happened, or is it still scheduled to happen? We haven't got it yet. I don't know.
I do not know. Yeah, it doesn't say when. So I guess just with the next update, although these seem like back end updates, so it might already be there. But they
All right.
announced it today. So if it's not
No,
there, the next update should put it there.
they announced it a month ago today.
No.
It says January 23rd on the
Yes,
top of
today
it.
is January 23rd.
Crap, man, I'm already in February, dude. It's how bad my brain is. It's how busy I've been all week in my brain. And I told Joe this, and I don't tell this for sympathy or anything, but you know how when you go through any kind of sickness, it gets to a height and then you start getting better. Well, the height of my sickness was 2 days. I spent about 12 hours each at the office, and I had to do multiple speeches each day. I was lecturing in different classes, and it got me, man. So I guess all the energy that went out just made me feel like I was a month. Just ignore
You're a
the
month
man
in
in
the
the corner.
future.
Yeah, just ignore me. It's fine.
All right. Well, since you're a month in the future, I need you to give me your past 4 weeks worth of your experiences of the week.
I didn't play. I was too tired.
He just he went Rip Van Winkle on us. He just slept the entire month. All
Yeah.
right. So yeah, those attacks are getting updated. And then we also have a code dive coming in. So they're bringing in some new anti-cheat features. So
It's gonna
if
kill your battery in 5 minutes, and we
if
won't
you
know.
are spoofing, you better knock it off. Um, they're refactoring quote unquote forms. So they're changing how they're handling that in the background, which doesn't mean a whole lot. Shadow eggs apparently are going to be a new thing. So maybe shadow Pokemon that are hatching from eggs. The current theory is that the shadow eggs you'll get from spinning a rocket stop, maybe.
Oh,
Um,
real quick. So my wife has started playing more because the young ones like to play. So she's been collecting things and letting them play and whatnot. It's like, yeah. The other day I went to the Pokestop right up here at the church, and some random dude tried to fight me. I was like, "What? Did you call the cops?" She's like, "No, I mean in the game." I was like, "Oh, that's Team Rocket." Yeah, she goes, "Well, they're pretty easy." I'm like, "Yeah, no, the Team Rocket minions are pretty easy." So you're good, but yeah, she just did not preface anything about it. Just some random dude trying to fight her.
Some
It took me a
rando.
second.
Come on, put up your
Yeah.
dukes. Um, they've
What's a oh Poffin's that little bread thingy, isn't
yeah,
it?
that you can feed
Yeah.
to your buddy. Yeah, I haven't bothered buying any, but apparently it skyrockets your friendship level with your buddy. Um, they have found a whole bunch of um, codes specifically for Arceus.
Sorry.
I know I saw that somewhere. Am I missing? Maybe I just decided that there needed to be Arceus forms. No, yeah, there are. Yeah, they found forms for Arceus in the code as well. Um, and the Great Box is officially dead and replaced with Adventure Box. So apparently that just wasn't selling enough. Right now, the boxes available are Special, Ultra, Adventure, and the $5 training box.
I actually have a
Um,
99-cent beginner. I don't have the training box. I have the 99-cent beginner box,
mm,
which is real world money, by the way, which still bothers me.
yeah, I'm saving up some coins to get another Adventure box because it gives a lot of incubators. So I'm a
Yeah.
sucker for incubators. Um, but yeah, so a lot of mostly back end stuff that they're adding in. Although it looks like they might be rearranging the milestones for XP, the XP rewards for milestones, um, or just maybe how they display it. A lot of these, it's guessing based on the different code things that you can find. I mean, code dives, they don't fully see all the code because there's front end code or back end code, and they definitely don't see the back end code.
Right.
Um, but yeah, all in all, just a bunch of different little changes here and there. And yeah, although I think the thing that most excites me about all of this is those shadow eggs. I want to see what's going to pop out of them shadow eggs.
I'm still concerned about this anti-cheat feature because
Because you're a cheater?
yes, no, we've had the speech. Like they've been doing a little bit different, and it doesn't seem to have dragged the game down the last one or two that they've implemented. But I'm still living in that 2016, 2017 era of we're gonna stop cheaters. Yeah, by killing my phone's battery because you're processing everything on my.
Yeah.
So I always get worried when like we're gonna do more to crack. Can you just not? Can we just not go? Yeah, the game's gonna have cheaters, and let's have a way to. Well, no, then people would just be doxing other people. Never mind.
Well, and
Let's have a way to go because there's been some legit complaints, right, about somebody coming into town and cheating and like knocking out all the gyms and locking people out gyms, and messing with people, and it's crap. And yeah, you should be able to report them and have that somehow locked down. I just as long as it doesn't take away from my game, I'm okay with it. But for a while it did because it was killing our batteries and locking things up. They have come a long way, so maybe they'll do all right. I'm excited. As stupid as it is, I feel like an 80-year-old man saying this. The weather handling updates is my exciting point of this. That drives me crazy whenever like, are you safe? Yeah, good because it's sunny outside. Have fun.
well, so lately they've been saying, like I said before, anytime that there's any kind of warning, they put it in the game. So if it's below freezing, if there's a flash flood warning, if there's like any kind of weather warning, they just say, "Hey, be careful."
Yeah. Yeah, hey, there's a tornado coming right at you, but just be careful. Here's Tornado Mon free. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I suspect they're trying to get this anti-cheat pushed in before they release the PvP league that they've teased out a few times. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I would be kind of curious to see how cheating is affecting or is not affecting PvP. I know the biggest thing before was basically the spoofing and taking gems.
Plus, if they ban cheaters and they start new accounts, they might make more money off the cheaters.
Yeah, well, see, and you're right, but that is so conspiratorially true that it could happen. It's like now,
it's all part of the Illuminati.
I play a lot of Marvel Strike Force. Not once have I seen any damn update about anti-cheating. They do just fine. I mean, okay, they're not making Pokemon Go money, but still, come on, man.
One of the games I play is Summoner's War, and they actually just cracked down on some cheaters pretty hard. Mostly because what they were doing to cheat cut into their profits. And so it's funny. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care what players say. But as soon as they say, oh, they're getting this for free, even though it's like the equivalent of $5,000 based on the odds, the actual odds.
Sure.
Then they're like, oh, no. And it was like within 2 days, bam, they had shut all that down. So
what are you gonna do when Pokemon comes from you? Bad eggs, bad eggs. Moving on.
Shadow eggs. Shadow eggs, shadow eggs.
That is, it ties in. That's I won't put that as my I can't make it work. It'd be too long of a title. I was gonna be like cops and shadow eggs. Hi, Joe. Joseph?
Yes, Charles.
What time is it, man?
Well, Charlie, it's time for random trivia.
Trivia. Don't tell me I can't make that a thing. I will make it a thing all day long.
Yeah, there's a lot of people with bleeding ears now. So this week, I wanted to talk about Minccino and Cinccino or Cinccino, probably Cinccino. Um, and so they are the chinchilla Pokemon. Well, Minccino is, and Cinccino is the Scarf Pokemon. They are normal type Pokemon that actually in the main series games have a 75% female population and 25% male population. We don't always talk about the populations, but I thought I'd point that out this time. Minccino's Pokedex entry says that they greet one another by rubbing each other with their tails, which they keep well groomed and clean. And the white Pokedex entry specifically mentions that they are very tidy. Apparently, they use their tails as brooms. So, yeah, this Pokemon, it's a Roomba. It's a Pokemon Roomba. So, um,
Rubamon.
that's right. Cinccino talks about how its fur is coated with a special oil that helps them deflect attacks. Yeah, that makes me just think of all the different movies where they dump oil on themselves before they get into a wrestling match.
What websites are you watching movies on, Joe?
Wasn't it what was it, Transporter? Where he dumped a whole bunch of motor oil on himself before getting in a fist fight?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. See?
You're my boy, Blue.
So, yeah, that's what that makes me think of right there is the Transporter, not to be confused with whatever Charles was trying to insinuate.
I let you infer. I didn't insinuate.
You say whatever you're going to say. That's okay.
I will.
As the chinchilla Pokemon, you could probably guess that it is based off of a chinchilla. Minccino probably relates to the name comes from either mini or mink or mince. You know, to make smaller. Mince is kind of a stretch in my opinion. And then chinchillo, or they've also claimed maybe chino cloth. But yeah, so that's Minccino. Cinccino comes from a combination of chinchilla and chino cloth, is the suspicion there. And actually, Cinccino, its white hair is actually very similar to what high-class women wore in the 1600s, which is interesting in and of itself, I suppose.
Sure.
But yeah, get out there and grab them when they are available. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
During their limited research 3-hour window on Sunday. This Sunday. Oh, no, not this Sunday. Next Sunday, February 2nd, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time.
Yeah, not this Sunday when I actually have the whole day off.
Sunday.
Next Sunday when I'm doing stuff. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. You need to talk to Uncle Hanky. Let him know. Get a shared Google Calendar or something with him.
He just says he can't play favorites. It's whatever. Something about nepotism. I don't know. It's whatever, man.
Tell him to embrace it. Embrace nepotism.
Snap it to a Slim Jim. All right. So you can email us, show@PokemonGoPodcast.com. We'd love to have your input, your feedback, your messages.
Yeah, in which case, Charles will read it. You know what?
I read all the emails.
I think you should promise to read the next email in a Scottish accent.
Oh God, I don't do accents very well.
But if you'd rather provide your own voice and not have Charles read it, you can go to PokemonGoPodcast.com, and on the right-hand side there is a green button. You can leave us a speak pipe, which is basically a voice message. Any device that has a microphone and access to the internet, you can do that from. If you would like to add sources of your own, talking points for us to mention on air, you can go to reddit.com/r/Pokemon Go Podcast and put links there. You can find us on facebook.com/Pokemon Go Podcast or twitter.com/Pokemon Go Pod. If you'd like to tune in live, like these lovely people here, you can go to twitch.com slash sorry, it's twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast. And we are live every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you are bad with time zones, you can actually go to our to twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast and scroll down a little bit, and it actually has a timer courtesy of Nicole 0991, our lovely mod. And so you can actually see how long until our next stream. I don't think we say this every week, and I keep telling you what to do, and I don't think it's been done yet. But the TeePublic store right now just has other giant size team up products on there, but that is tiny.cc/GSTU with GSTU all in caps. And then our YouTube channel. We really are trying to get this
we
take
really
off.
need your help.
And so if we want a channel that is actually legible instead of the random gobbledygook that YouTube assigned to us, we need lots and lots of new subscribers. So go to YouTube and do a search for do a search for Giant Size Team Up.
That'd be easier, yeah.
Which ironically, I typed in Giant Space S and it auto filled it for me.
Nice.
But yeah, Giant Size Team Up Network, and hit that subscribe button for us.
And I'm not gonna throw out numbers because it's a little crass. But I will say there's enough of you who listen to just this show alone. I've been saying this across all the shows I'm on the network. But as far as asking for help for this YouTube channel, because we'd really like to just be able to get that vanity URL. There's enough of you who listen to this podcast that you alone could get us there. So please just take a minute for just a few minutes of your day. You can go and help out two nerdy white guys.
You can puff up Charles's vanity.
Yeah, well, I mean, it works for all of us. It makes it easier.
No, it does. And
monstrosity.
If I'm not mistaken, Nicole actually manages the YouTube channel as well, and she's got several playlists set up for the different podcasts as well. So, or even actually, it's more than just the podcast, because you've got a bunch of your live stream stuff that like the booze and Borderlands and stuff like that.
Yeah, we have grown, and actually, Nicole, I gotta get you some new stuff on that. Anyway, we'll get there. But we've grown from just being a podcast company to doing streaming shows as well, and some of them are like this: we're streaming and recording, so it's still a podcast.
Digital media company.
Yeah, we actually, you said it, Joe. We are officially an international digital media company, as a matter of fact. So
yeah, because
it's been a good change this year.
We've got the Toy Power in Australia, and we've got Nicole in Austria, and we've got people all over the world.
All over. So, all right, man. Where can they find you on the web?
You can find me at Joseph_Ard. Where can they find you, though?
In my sick bed in about 5 minutes. I got a podcasting across social media. And if you are into cons or you know people who are connected to conventions, check out theconmods.com. It's theconmods.com. Or if you'd like to look at a really well-designed site by Tony P. Henderson, it's really sharp and nice. But yeah, we're making a lot of inroads with some representation and getting out there and working these cons, and it's been great. So, but yeah, Rock Out Podcasting across social media. I still have to do this part. Tune in to hear next week to hear Joe say.
I'm just gonna give Charles a hard time next week. It's gonna be great. You know, much of the
That's
same.
Every week.
I love it. It's fun. I'm gonna instead of Mountain Dew, I'm gonna up my game, grab a big old thing of Monster or something. It'll be great.
Oh Lord.
Bless his heart.
I waited to hit stop, so that worked out perfectly. All right, everybody, let's play the name the game. Nicole already
I
put it.
love how on theconmods.com, the picture that you guys have, there's that one elf in the front row that's just kind of smirking at the camera.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Go ahead and read the titles there.
Yeah. You like how I took over for you on the last tidbit since your voice
Yeah.
is all crazy?
I
Anyway,
appreciate it, man.
these are some really good. I like these suggestions. There's only
These
a
are
few,
all great
but
ones.
they're awesome. So for Mr. Tambourine, we have Stop Dragging My Carp Around. From Nathan Epp, we've got Watch Your Six. There's rats everywhere. From Pokemon GO Podcast, we got Shadow Eggs! Exclamation mark. And from Nicole, she's got Embrace Nepotism, Joseph Ard 2020.
Hey, it's good. Right now, Karp's 3-1. We've got
Stop
runner's
dragging
starting
my
to take
carp
longer.
around.
Normally when we have about 2 minutes, we get 3. So,
And if you want to see Charles as a Powerpuff Girl character, go to the digital media track Discord, and you can see that. We had a lot of fun today, Powerpuffing everybody.
man, I don't usually play with those things like which blah 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 character are you, but the Facebook stuff. But I saw somebody post the picture. I'm like, okay, I'll play that one. That looks like fun.
Yep.
Yeah, we still got.
Here, I'll link it in the.
Left.
There you go. There's a. If you want to get in on the Discord and you're not already there for the digital media track, that's specifically for DragonCon digital media track. But you can hop in and have fun in there, regardless of whether you attend DragonCon. Actually, you know what I can do? I could pull up the digital media track on my phone.
Yeah, and you should do it on the stream here
and show you everyone power puffing themselves. That sounds wrong. Yeah, so we had a lot of fun with this. Actually, I can link the link to if you want to make your own Powerpuff Girl. Bloop. There you go. So yeah, there we go. I can't believe it gave you super intelligence. That's just
you know what?
Weird.
That's like offensive. What that is.
It was like he's sick. Let's just give it to him. Whereas me, I've got game, and I love how it specifically has controllers on it.
Yeah,
I've got game.
So you add that to whatever sports or
Yeah, and then Scotty Moore.
Yes.
Put a bunch of them together.
Compilation. Yeah,
did he post that to digital media?
He asked me for permission. I just now saw it, so I gave him permission to do it. He is so talented.
Aha! Squishy and Nathan Epp have joined. Welcome. All right, I think we're going to call that the winner. Stop Dragging My Carp Around by Mr. Tambourine. It is beating out second place by 4 points.
All right, that sounds good. I was just looking at the link. Sorry. Thank you, everybody. Let's do a quick shout out here. Let's see. I think Alfred Judicus is a bot. Athena San, LAP. I love you, Vigo 1337. Lady Jasmine lurks. I think he's a bot. Mr. Tambourine 19. Nathan Epp. Oh, plain face. Yeah, I like that. You have to say it right there. Oh, plain face. Squishy, Twitchy.
Those next two are bots.
Yeah, all three of the bottom ones are bots.
No, I haven't seen the last one before, so I wasn't sure.
Soapbox ESTU jumped in after you.
That's a bot.
Stream. Yeah. But it's a bot that Nicole controls, so it's all good. And our wonderful digital media manager, Nicole0991.
She's pretty awesome.
Yeah, she is indeed. All right, man. Kill it, and we'll get out of here.
All right. Good night, everybody.